little YouTube kumquat, internet kumquats. What's new with you guys, huh? No, today was sunny. I sat out in the sun. Felt really good. Munching on some vitamins. Yes, I smoke. I'm trying to remember something. Ah, that's what I wanted to talk a blue streak about. A Bridge Across Forever. Never heard of it? Probably not. Ian got me the book way back in the early 90s. Come on, John, smile. So it's interesting when you stop and think if the things that you did somehow get involved with. Like I was going to move to Germany. I was about 1992. I had to get a police report stating I had no criminal record at all, ever, which is good. I don't have anything like that. Okay, and then what else was it? Stan Lindmander from a place called Belzig, just below Berlin. I didn't go there. Ah, that's what the dream was. Okay, so Ian came from Germany to New Westminster and we hung out. That changed the whole game plan. So that's interesting. What if I did? Or what if I took Wes Roots up on his offer as a consultant for artillery on warships? I travel around the world with him. Interesting. What would I experience? What new timelines? What new adventures? A Bridge Across Forever. Okay, so other situations come to mind. What if it didn't go to the Gulf of Mexico, stayed in New Westminster, British Columbia, and did not sell the lab off to the German Deutsche Graviton Society? So, what kind of weird things would I have gotten into, huh? Interesting concepts. What ifs? What if my dad did move to Australia when we were kids? For Collier's like a represent Collier's Encyclopedia Company. Little Johnny Cupcake would be totally in another realm in all these situations. What other things happen? Other government stuff, or work with George Haslou or the U.S. government folks? I mean, I got lots of letters. George wanted me to go to work, go to Toronto and do this stuff, but what if I did do that? A multitude of other strange things. Kind of fascinating when you stop and think of it. What if I never met Ian Gazda or Roland Brito? What if I never met them, or Dr. Peter Kokoschek? A whole new realm would. It was on a weekend. I met Dr. Peter Kokoschek, Ian Gazda. I was with my other partners of the Hutchison Effect Lab, George Lizakis and Alexander Sharashevsky. Okay? Alec and I still get along to this day. We had a lot of weird adventures, let's put it that way. Anyway, my attention quickly went to yin. I forgot all about the scientific topics and other silly stuff that people like talking about, and got to know yin. Day number 2 was a Sunday, and we talked again, and Yin gave me her address, Mandeville Canyon Road, and their phone number, and we talked. And then we connected. And I got a letter and invitation, which I still have, for Dr. Peter Kokoschek to study the effects I do it. So all in all, Ian and I had our own unique timeline. a dream about her last night. Very interesting. I'll see if there's any messages from her because we had psychic problems. Oh, a long time ago. And I had to contact George Jack Huck of McDonnell Douglas Aerospace Corporation about it all. And I still have the letters and what I was experiencing. I get that with Nancy sometimes as well. It was quite profound. Anyway, as I said, I got a little sunlight today, and that really made me relax more. Timelines and other things. Huh. 100 million different combinations of things. Eddic. Star Trek's Eddic. Infinite number of diversity. Wow. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's what I was going to talk about. I have nothing else much to say. Don't. I never do, right? Until I play my Carla routine or the Major, which has been in a bag for a long time. The Major hasn't made an appearance. Oh yeah, I've been doing this since I was a kid, and you want to see my video of the Major having fun on the warship? Google search HMCS Yukon, John Hutchison, HMCS Yukon, Navy ships, warships, Columbia, HMCS Columbia, HMCS Saskatchewan, HMCS Mackenzie, and I made videos in those days, before internet. And I was acting just as goofy. What was that? This thing is weird. Anyway, so I played the Major, and I had a lot of fun with the 3-inch 50s that I was taking apart for West Roos, project manager of the Artificial Reef Society of British Columbia, Canada. So I took the camera and videotaped myself playing with the cannons, blowing stuff up. Actually, we could have actually done that. They forgot some artillery shells and some breech blocks in the storeroom. Easy to repair. Put the bullet in and make a hell of a bang. But anyway, look that up. So I've been doing that. If this kind of stuff, the Carla stuff, all this kind of stuff ever since I was a kid. So I get these comments from people. Oh, the government's got his brain. Oh, look at John now. He's not done anything. Oh, dear. Of course, you've just seen on television where they want you to act a certain way, which I do. No problem. Anyway. To let loose on my own with a camera, I love making an ass of myself. Or your Comedy Central, or... So when YouTube came in, about 2006, I think, I started to realize you can make videos with your little camera and upload it. I did do that. My God. Very bad video. Very shaky, crazy stuff. Oh, yeah, even uploaded that toy UFO experimental thing I did do. You can check that out. It's called Hutchison Effect as a Fraud, or UFO. Had these very light styrofoam UFO shapes painted and everything, that if you, and metal conductive material, and put direct, like DC high voltage, 30,000 volts, just on a wire down, all insulated, of course, at least number 18 gauge, no, maybe it was 22 gauge, I don't know. And you have a gram sensitive spool that keeps the wire taut. Then you apply the high voltage, and wow, you get some really cool stuff. You got this thing going up and down and flipping around just on ion propulsion. It's a tricky, dangerous thing to do. Wouldn't do it. I demonstrated it for Fox TV. Ghost Best Out and Caught on Tape with Jonathan Frakes, our host. Robert Kiviat, give you entertainment for Fox TV. Did it there, did it in other places. I never had an issue. The wire never broke. Didn't cause any fires. Didn't get a big shock or anything. So I was very careful and I put that away. That was a long time ago now. Anyway, that was fun to do. You can do it yourself. Ken Shoulders, he had one like mine too. He was doing something with it. But you gotta have it. Because, drill presses and other machines that have a spool in it, taking up, there's a take-up spool, and it's out of an old electrical system for measurements. All insulated, so you can apply high voltage out, sparks running all over the place. I don't know what I did with all that. I don't even know what I did with that stuff. Anyway, I'm talking like a Bruce Lee. How long have I been talking? I've been talking too long. Exactly my point. Talking too long, John. Maybe somebody likes you talking too long. All my little characters out there in the internet world. Hi, Johnny. Hello. Hello. What's this? Where is it? Where's the camera on? Oh, up here. Oh, there it is. Oh, I see. Your Royal Highness, me. Are you? No, I'm the Royal Carla P. Knipson Rothschild, this princess. Must treat me like a princess. Yeah. I'm the okay. Treat me like a princess. Yeah, I got deactivated. The government deactivated. No, actually it buried that character you see on the internet years ago. Deep Six him. His little beanie cap. Decided to be me. Some whack job. Anyway, back to reality, wherever that is. Up in the sky. So we'll be distorting realities in some months from now with, this kind of stuff again. Just slowly gathering up all the components. Nancy will be filming in high def, special cameras. It's gonna be kind of cool. Because we want to capture what Dr. Thurston Lube captured. There's some kind of weird distortion that something turned invisible. And this happened before. Canadian government tests, according to them. Stupid thing over here, maybe. Well, you've been fascinated by time and time dilation. When I read the DESI documents in Germany, it went into great detail on all that. They were apparently classified. Gottfried Hilscher, I mentioned before, gave them to me for a couple of weeks in Munich. Then the same group, or somebody, a student, I think it was a student, contacted me through Roland, and he wrote his own report on what I was doing. I still got the report. It's in English. It's called some weird noise. It's called Rough Draft. It's kind of intriguing what they wrote out on that. I think it's maybe 50 pages or something. I forget. I got it though. I'll save it. Still save it. A lot of stuff saved. Got to get the German stuff translated and the Japanese stuff translated. Got a whole book written about me. I never knew what it said. It probably said I was an asshole. No, it has pictures of Yin and myself in there and metal samples. So I don't know who wrote it. I know who published it. It's Tama Publishing. I think it's called Hutchison effect. But that's it, you know, everybody's printing their books. Even Nick Cook of Jane's Defense Weekly mentions me in his book, The $1 Billion Secret. I wonder how Nick's doing these days. We appeared on GriffithFilmProductions.com, Peter Von Puckhammer, along with his friend Boyd Bushman of Lockheed Martin Skunk Works. And I met Nick Cook in real life. Boyd Bushman and I wrote a lot of emails back and forth. And also his partner Rex Webb, we would communicate by emails as well as Rex made a website for Boyd and I, and then that kind of got vanished. But I got pictures of Boyd and his wife, and as well as his experimental stuff. Miss him. He died too. Brilliant engineer. Way up there on the... Way up there. So I'm going to shut this up because I think it's... well, I could talk a little more about whatever it's worth. I can't wait until like it's springtime and summer. I can put my little dresses on again and really get sexy. Not too... I don't feel sexy in these clothes, you know? It's like cutting me off from something. Us girls will stick together. Not here. So this should lead to some very interesting cute little comments from hobbits out there in the internet world. However, I can act a whole differently being interviewed by people, which I do. I know Timmy Ventura has been after me for about a year to be interviewed. I'll do it. American Anti-Gravity. It'd be interesting to talk to Tim. I haven't talked to him for a long time. Good to see George again on American Anti-Gravity recently. George looks very well, very tied into his research. I did send him an email thanking him for appearing. And the Hobbits, Charles. Hi, Charles. Good to see you on video, and the other gentleman. Sorry, I forget your names. But anyway, there's so many different things going on in my life these days. Like Warp 999. So I'm busy today working on this Sawmaster. I got for the scrapyard. I put a base on it with wheels. The wheels are on okay. I can show you real quick. I'm going to shut this thing up and put on the... Ooh la la! Barbara! Sawmaster. Where did I get that doctor thing? I thought it was Mel Winfield. He was another character I met in the beginning of the 80s. He was the one who discovered what I was doing, I guess. But I presented it to Hathaway and Company, Alex Pizzaro, his work. It didn't work out well for Mel. So Sawmaster is this little fellow. You can see it or not. So the base there, the white base, made of plywood, 3/4 inch. It's got wheels on it, and I just decided to paint it that color. I thought I had gray paint, but oh well. I didn't paint this fellow, the bigger one. I might get inspired to do so. This is restoration. Here's that horn thing. This one is a lot of fun to restore. That's from the scrapyard now. Nothing wrong with it. It's just needed cleaning. That's all. That's where I sit, where I'm working there, over there. Or if I'm testing radio gear, I'll sit over here. Fire up the transmitter and receiver. And then I work here as well. And sometimes I move the chair over here to run mini lathe. Or I go over here and drill or use these vices for different things, okay? Oh. Always keep busy, and also in the machine shop. I think you've probably seen, which is in these containers. The machine shop, the armory, as I call it. So then this is going to be the lab system, as people like to call it, a lab. I call it mini lab. The collection, all these different transmitters, receivers, broadcast systems that are used in the new Hutchison effect stuff. Still got to get more different pieces. Gonna get more of these capacitors. That's why I want to get back into the super high discharge stuff. I gotta get. They have a whole pile of them. I'll get those. One with a better, heavier transformer than that little fellow. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna. Guess I'll go. Am I still looking? Where am I doing? Johnny Cupcake. See, very close to ready here. I think it's dark out. Yeah, it is. Wow. I've been a bad boy. Don't know what to say to me. It'll come good. Okay, to go. It's 22 minutes in. Oh well, I just did my psychological outbet. It's all therapeutic, of course. Stupid videos. I got about 1,000 hours of videos that should be uploaded on the internet. Maybe. No, I think it's probably half that. I don't know. I never count the hours. I kept George Hathaway's camera running during all the different tests, and I don't know what they all are. The unknown test, where these men come in and film. Yeah, I filmed them filming me. It's kind of funny. We had something levitate, and they wanted me to put it back in the same place I did, and it levitated again and again. So I uploaded a black and white thing. I used the iPad to film it off a TV set, and not uploaded to the elevator. Anyway, I gotta go.